Alright, Ducky and Pro keyboards can be quite expensive, but what if you're on a budget? Well, what's up guys, ProdiJay here and I present to you the best 60% keyboards under $50. And just for a disclaimer, I do not own all these keyboards as they were all picked out based on my opinion on the best value for your money, and if you want more keyboard options, I'll be sure to add some more alternatives in the description down below. Now for our first keyboard, we got the ZU 60%, which will cost you about $50 right now on Amazon. Now the reason I picked out this keyboard is the fact that you have different color options to choose from, like having it black, white, or even blue. Plus, you get the option to get it in either red, brown, or blue switches if that's your preference. But getting to the features of the keyboard, it offers RGB lighting with 14 different kinds of color effects to choose from, which you can easily adjust the brightness, change the speed, or even turn off the backlighting if you don't like that. And in case you wanted to know, this keyboard does not require any software to change the lighting as it's all customizable through the keyboard itself. And I forgot to mention that this keyboard connects via USB-C, so you know you're gonna get a fast connection without worrying about response time. But overall, if you want a keyboard with black, white, and blue color options, then you might want to consider getting this keyboard. Up next, we got a Drevo SR Pro Mini going for about $50 right now on Amazon. Now, this one kinda surprised me, mostly for the fact that I actually own a TKL keyboard from the company and didn't know that they actually made a 60% version. But nevertheless, this keyboard is quite nice as it has Bluetooth 5.1 if you wish to connect this to any Bluetooth devices. But I wouldn't recommend using this keyboard in Bluetooth mode for your PC if you plan on playing competitively, as we all know that a wired connection is more stable than a wireless one. Also, this keyboard comes with the 3 basic switches of red, brown, and blues, but instead of Cherry MX, they are Gatoron switches which have a slightly different but similar feel to Cherries. And similar to the last keyboard, it does come with RGB lighting, but instead of customizing the lighting through the keyboard itself, you're able to customize it through their software, which you can actually make macros and make different profiles depending on what game you play. But besides that, I think this keyboard is quite nice and makes for a good cheap alternative to more pricey boards like the Ducky 1-2 Mini or the Pro 2, as you're getting a clean minimalistic keyboard for half the price. Up next, I picked out a special keyboard and mouse combo from Habit, which will cost you about $50. Now, I would have chosen to have just the keyboard itself so the price would be lower, but at the time of this video, they are only selling this keyboard as a combo deal. So just for the video's sake, I'm not going to talk about the mouse. But getting to the keyboard features, this keyboard offers RGB lighting with multiple different color effects and modes, plus it comes with Bluetooth 5.1 if you plan on using this keyboard with any Bluetooth devices. Now, the main con that I see with the keyboard combo is the fact that it's only available in brown switches. So if you're looking for a keyboard with red linear switches, then you're not going to want to get this keyboard. But to be fair, you're getting a good combo deal as you're getting both a keyboard and a mouse. So if you want to get a lot of value, then you might want to consider getting this one, as you're going to be saving yourself money if you don't already have a mouse. And now near the end, we got the RK61, which you can find going for about $50 right now on Amazon. And if you didn't know already, this 60% keyboard is pretty popular for its low price as it offers a lot of features. For example, you can get this in either red, brown, or blue switches, and it comes with its own software to customize macros and lighting. And if you didn't know already, I actually reviewed a model of this keyboard last year, so be sure to leave a link to my review video down below. Now, one thing you should keep in mind is that this keyboard comes in different models in terms of RGB lighting, as they sell both a full RGB version and different static color versions that only show colors like yellow or blue. So if you decide to get this keyboard, you want to make sure that you buy the right model so you get the lighting that you want. So I'll be sure to label the links down below so you know which model is which. But overall, the RK61 is a pretty good keyboard as you get some solid features for a low price of $50. And now for our last keyboard, we got the Drevo DK61 going for about $45 on Amazon. Now, unlike the other keyboards I showed off before, this one actually offers 5 different switch options, as you can get it with reds, browns, blues, silvers, and even yellows. Also, unlike the other keyboards featured on this list, the DK61 actually comes with PBT double shot keycaps instead of the cheaper ABS ones. So you'll be happy to know that you don't have to worry about your keycaps getting oily over time. And for added durability, the circuit board is IPX4 waterproof, so if you accidentally spill a drink on this keyboard, you won't have to worry about it breaking as long as you clean it up after. And just like the other keyboards on this list, it comes with RGB lighting plus a provided software that allows you to set up different macros and profiles depending on what games you play. And if you had to ask for my personal opinion, I would say that the DK61 is probably the best choice out of all the keyboards that I showed off, as it offers great RGB lighting, connects via USB-C, has multiple different switch options, and is quite durable with the PBT keycaps and waterproof board. So if you want the best Pro 2 or Ducky keyboard alternative, then this might be the keyboard for you. But after going over all those 60% keyboards, all I gotta say is that you're gonna get a good deal if you're not looking to break the bank on a good keyboard. But if you don't happen to like any of these keyboards, I'll be sure to include more options down below that I didn't talk about in this video, because I know not everyone is gonna be happy with this list. And if you would want me to make the best TKL keyboards under $50, make sure to drop a like and comment down below. Also, before I end off the video, I do want to mention that since all the keyboards are from Amazon, the prices are always subject to change and certain products may run low in stock depending on the time and date. So I would would recommend getting whatever items you want as fast as possible before the prices or stocks changes for the worst. But I think that's gonna wrap it up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like and subscribe for more quality content like this, cause I do love making videos like this one. Also, if you guys can, comment down below what you like or dislike about the keyboard choices, and tell me what you would change about them, because I know everyone would have their own ideas and opinions on which ones should have been featured. So leave your comments down below, as I want to hear what you guys have to say, and because I do love responding to everyone's comments. Also, if you love the content on my channel, then I would highly recommend following me on TikTok, as I post multiple daily videos on there similar to what I post on YouTube. So if you'd like to see daily content from me, I would highly recommend checking out my TikTok. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to have notifications on so you won't miss any of my videos. My name's ProdiJay, and as always, stay classy.